So this is Long Beach. That's a Queen Mary in the back. This is the line going to customs, and they divide the lines according to the time slots that's given to you. And after you go through customs, this is us going to the ship. They take your picture right before you get onto the ship. That's the view of Long Beach. We got the balcony room. Check-in was pretty seamless. It was very fast. We got the luggages and our things right away, so that was good. That's my husband connecting to the internet, downloading the Carnival app, which is what you will use to reserve dinner, lunch, and activities. And after that, we went to the sail away party, which was so fun. They get everybody to participate. They have dance-offs, and you get to win prizes. That's the guy that won the dance-off. And this is the main dining area where you get to pick a time frame of when you want to eat. So for example, if you want to eat between 5 to 9, you can just walk in between those hours and dine in, and you can order anything from the menu. Everything is included. The first night we had this braised beef, cheesecake for dessert. I forgot to take a video of my husband's steak. And this is their sugar-free cake, which was not good in my opinion. We just stayed in the night, relaxed, and then the next day we came back to the same dining area. Those orange juice were so good, 10 out of 10, as well as the parfait. Lox and bagels was all right. This is the best banana cream pie I've ever had, surprisingly, in a cruise. That's my husband's chocolate cake, which was okay. And I would go back to that every day if I could, if they have it on the menu. This is the lounge where they had the nightclub, and sometimes some art show and whatever they can use it for. This is one of the bars that you can have a drink, play games, watch TV or sports. And this one is actually connected to their casino. So this is the casino, which was pretty much packed for the most part every time it's opened. They have everything that a casino would have. We didn't win anything, but it was fun playing the slot machines. So this is the fun day at sea, and we didn't book any activities. We just wanted to walk around and get the feel of the ship. This is another one of the lounge where they would host games, raffles, bingos, and some other activities that you can choose to join or not. They even have some comedy shows and much more activities. So that's the lounge. It's pretty spacious. This is the main deck. This is where they would have the dance-off, the sail-away parties. They have restaurants, bars. You can see the slides upstairs. And in the upper deck as well, there's all sorts of games that you can play. There's a basketball court. It's called the Sports Center. And when you walk around, you'll see that there's much more activities that you can do while looking out in the ocean. There you go. These are some fitness equipment you can use to work out. And this is towards the back of the ship where it overlooks the other deck with a pool and a lounge area. It was really gloomy that day, so not a lot of people were in the pool, but definitely just walking around, checking out the space since this is the first day of the cruise. That's my husband showing how to use this equipment. This area had a lot of games to choose from. You kind of just have to wait your turn or play with other people that are already there. There are lots of kids. This cruise is definitely kid-friendly, but they also have their adult-only areas, so there's definitely lots to do for everybody. We then tried to play billiards, which we quickly found out was not a great idea because we are, after all, in a cruise, so it wasn't as stable and the balls kept moving. So we just checked out the rest of the space. This is the indoor part of the sports area, and you'll see a lot more families there. And that's my husband waiting in line to get to the obstacle course, I would say. I forgot what it's called, but the line was too long, so we moved on. You can also bike around at the top if you can see around the ship, so that's another activity that you can do. These are the slides, which look so much fun. Lots of kids and families there. And then after that, we checked out the gelato section, which was very disappointing in my opinion. It was not good at all. So after that, we decided to check out the Serenity Bar, which is the adult-only section. This is the bar. They did take forever to take our drinks. Service was okay that day, but we finally got our drinks and we managed to secure a cabana for us. It's first come, first serve, and you can request for towels if you'd like. So we stayed here and chilled for a bit, sipped on our drinks, and got some tan. And they also have a jacuzzi here, but it was always packed. So after that, we got hungry and we decided to get some Guy's Burger and some pizza while overlooking a beautiful view. This burger was actually really delicious. We're so surprised. And the pizza was good as well. After this, we were so full, so we just decided to walk around the ship and check it out even more. That's the Alchemy Bar, where they would host single nights and people can mingle, have drinks, have a good time. This is Bonsai, their sushi and teppanyaki restaurant, which was full and booked for the most part, so we didn't get a chance to try this specific restaurant, but it had really good reviews, so that was a bummer. But we did get to book the steakhouse, which is the 555 Fahrenheit to your right. After walking around, we headed back to our room, take a nap, and get ready for formal night, which was really nice. Everybody gets dressed, they get to take their pictures taken, and they have different areas to take pictures. They have different backdrops to choose from. So this is us back in the restaurant. That's a complimentary appetizer that the chef gave us. Some mini sliders, and I got myself some stuffed mushrooms, and my husband does not like any dressing. He literally just likes spinach, so that's what that is. This Moscato wine was divine. It was so good. I got myself a filet mignon, which was cooked to perfection, as well as my husband's T-bone steak. And we also got some sides, which we were so confused by because our waiter assured that it was enough to share for two, which, as you can see, it was very tiny. But it worked out because we were so full by the end of this meal. We had to pay an additional fee to dine in this restaurant. It's not included in the all-inclusive, but it's so worth it because all of these are included in that extra fee that you pay. We got complimentary champagne at the end of the night, and then after that, we just took some more pictures and relaxed and stayed in. The next day, we woke up to Cabo. The sun came out. It was beautiful. And we were so happy that the ship was facing this view. So the ship did not dock. It stayed right here. They had boat shuttles to transport the passengers back and forth if they wanted to go off the ship. So before doing that, we went to the buffet area called the Marketplace, which in my opinion was so. Every time we ate there, I felt so bloated and it kind of ruined my day, so we tried not to eat there as much as possible, only if we were running late or if we didn't schedule any dinner or lunch, we would head out here and eat. So this was us before getting to the boat so that we could head to Cabo and do some activities or walk around and shop. This is us in the shuttle, trying to take in the view. It was so beautiful. The weather was perfect. You have an option of scheduling your excursions through the cruise, which we didn't because we just wanted to walk around, and we didn't want to be restricted with the time frame. We wanted to relax. And if you didn't get a chance to schedule any excursions or activities, don't worry, because there will be lots of vendors trying to sell you a boat ride, an ATV ride, or whatever activity that they offer. You will get a lot of vendors bombarding you with whatever they're selling, which was a turnoff for me, but all in all, it was okay. After walking around, we got thirsty and a little bit hungry, so we found this margarita spot, which also sold tacos at the same time. This stretch of the marina has a lot of restaurants to choose from, bars, restaurants. It was pretty chill because it was during the day, so I wouldn't say it was too packed, but some restaurants were a lot pricier than others. This was a good deal. I believe it was maybe like $2 or $1 per taco. After this, we did some more walking and shopping, and we headed back to the boat so that we could get ready for dinner. This was the waiters doing some dances, which was really cute, before dinner. And that night, it was pretty underwhelming for me. That pepper steak was so-so. This tiramisu was also so-so. The only thing good was that chocolate cake right there. This sugar-free dessert was also questionable. It was not good for me. The next day, we went back to the main dining area to have breakfast. They always had decent food, so we made sure to eat here as much as we could. This is our second day in Cabo and the last day in Cabo, so we wanted to go here before heading to the shuttle to get to the city. So this day we wanted to try and do the ATV ride, but it wasn't nearby and we were worried that we weren't going to get back in time, so we ended up walking around some more and shopping some more, trying the restaurants, and we also did a 45-minute boat ride to the famous arch, the Lovers Beach, and I forgot what other names the beaches are there, but that was really fun and relaxing, and we got to meet some fun people in the boat while we were there. You have an option of staying on the beach, so these boats can drop you off and pick you up depending on the time frame that you need to be back in the cruise. So just be mindful of your time. You can definitely snorkel, you can do other activities on the water. It just depends on what you book. There are, again, lots of vendors to choose from, and they all offer different things. The water was beautiful, it was clear, weather was perfect, sun shining, and there were definitely a few things that we would probably do a little bit differently next time that we come back. We would probably rent a boat just for us, a private boat, because everybody tries to take pictures of that famous arch. As you can see, there are lots of boats that go in and out, and I think having your own boat will just give you that extra privacy, and you can take pictures whenever you want and don't have to worry about other people in the background and things like that. This is us heading back to the ship. Here's a quick view of the Carnival cruise, Panorama, and we got to enjoy a really beautiful sunset when we headed back for dinner, and that was a really nice experience to have. I've never seen a sunset like that out in the ocean, so that was really cool. This was our dinner, and this night we booked for the Italian restaurant, and it was actually really good. This restaurant is included in the package, so we did not have to pay extra to book this dining. I got myself a bolognese pasta. My husband got some braised beef and some spaghetti on the side. And since it's all inclusive, we learned our lesson from the steakhouse, and this time we just ordered a little bit of everything and shared. just in case we did not like a certain dessert, then we can have another one. So the next day we came back to our favorite dining area, and I got myself my favorite banana cream pie. So that's what that shot was about. I really love that banana cream pie. It was so delicious. If you get a chance to try it, please do. This is the cafe on the 5th floor, and they also served different desserts, some sweets to go along with it. They also have smoothies and shakes to choose from. And in this deck, I believe there's also a lot of shows and activities for kids. This floor also had the Havana bar, which I don't think I got a chance to record. It was a pretty cool spot. They have Latin music playing for the most part, and the aesthetics were really nice. I'm sure if you can search, or if you want to search on the website, you can find pictures of the Havana bar. So that was really nice. And we just got a cheesecake from the cafe and some drinks to enjoy. And they had some trivia going on at the same time, so we just stayed for a little bit. Fast forward to later on that day, we got hungry as usual, so we headed back to Guy's Burger, and this time I was able to take more shots of the place. You get in line, you tell them what they want. After that, you have an option of putting some more toppings in the bar. You can customize it to however you want, and you can get as much food as you want. Again, everything is all included. After this, we decided to take these burgers back to our room and eat there. So after enjoying our burgers in our rooms, we just decided to stay and chill out until it was time to get ready again for formal night. And right here you'll see some performers singing live, which was a really nice experience. It got very crowded and people loved it. After that, we took some more formal pictures, and it was time for dinner. And this was us enjoying our appetizers, some mushroom soup and some salad. And my husband got some steak with potatoes, and I believe I got myself some salmon, but I forgot to record it, and by the time I remembered, it was halfway gone. This dinner was decent. Again, for the dessert, the best one was the chocolate cake. That's a panna cotta, and then I think creme brulee over there, and then the sorbet, which was so-so. And then after that, we decided to check out the nightclub. It was so much fun. It got very crowded. The bar was small. There was always a huge line, which was an okay experience. They did have some people go around to get drinks later on that night, but for the most part, the line was too long for the bar. But the DJ was good. They were definitely playing some good hip-hop music, some R&B, a little bit of everything, some pop, and like I believe 70s and 80s, 90s music. So everybody got to enjoy their time. The next day we woke up to Ensenada, which was the last day before heading back to Longbeach. And we went back to our favorite spot and enjoyed breakfast. I got myself, again, some avocado toast. My husband got some omelet. Of course, I had to get my orange juice and my parfait. And in Ensenada, we were actually docked, so we didn't need any boat shuttles to get to the city, just the bus to get us to the downtown. And again, you will have an option to book excursions through the cruise if you want, but if not, there's always vendors that can help you out with excursions that you like, which is what we ended up doing. So we ended up going to the Blowhole and this nice little stretch of markets where you can bargain and get pretty much everything you want as souvenirs, gifts for people back home, and everybody was giving you free samples, so that was kind of nice. It was kind of like being in Costco a little bit. This is a view of the blowhole, which was a cool experience to have. And after that, they had this restaurant that sold some delicious clams, which I didn't get to try because I'm allergic, but my husband said that it was one of the best clams he's ever had, so I'll take his word for it. And after that, we headed back next to the buses, and they had this restaurant called Lydia's, and they sold some really delicious tacos, which of course we had to try, and that had this view of the market, and we just stayed there and waited for everybody else to get back on the bus. Some of us booked the horseback riding activity going back, so that's us just waiting for everybody to head back so we can head on over to the beach where we were going to do the horseback riding. There was a lot of traffic that day because some roads were closed because a politician was in town, so it took us a little bit longer to get to the places we needed to. This is us in the beach waiting for our turn. My husband got his hat, bargained for it in the marketplace we were at, and that was a fun time at the beach. So after that, we got back and it was time for dinner before we knew it. This dinner was okay too. We got a little bit of everything and just shared. So this was the last night before heading back to Long Beach the next day. And after that, we didn't really get to record some more content. We were pretty tired. And we needed to pack that night because we were going to arrive early in Long Beach the next day. So we didn't want to be rushing the next day. But all in all, this trip was fun. The cruise had a lot of options to choose from. They did really well with planning their activities, and I would highly recommend it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.